That young man's got a great future.
We come now to the final of the under 73 kilo category. Daniel CARGNIN of Brazil goes up against Dayyan BOULEMTAFES of France. It'll be CARGNIN in the white judogi, BOULEMTAFES in blue. Let's take a look and see how we got here. CARGNIN had a bye in round one. Olin, Stump and Goginashvili were down by CARGNIN. It was Lemire, Hidarov, Karimov and Valeriani who were defeated by BOULEMTAFES on his route to the final. The referee in the middle for this one is Heather Luntiens of Belgium.
First time in a Grand Prix final. I don't think he's ventured that many in a Grand Prix competition, has he?
Well, I usually defer to Georgie, our stadium announcer, when it comes to things like that, but I thought, just let me check and see, because it did sound a little bit odd, first time in a Grand Prix final, because that kind of suggests that there were other times when he didn't make it to the final.
Think he has.
Well, it's true, it is the first time.
Yes.
But there were no other times.
He's never been.
This is the only time. So, I mean, I think, well, I suppose it would have been slightly better to say first Grand Prix. No, it is going to come across. Yeah, he's right, Georgie. Sorry,
right,
we take it back. We know what you mean.
But for everyone, this is his first Grand Prix.
Yes, he would have had a lengthy statement. First ever Grand Prix final at his first ever Grand Prix. So just a qualification needed, maybe, which we've now done.
And really, when you think of it, there's a lot out there that'll be watching this and going, my goodness me, if he can do it, so can we.
Well, how many times have we mentioned the French members of the French team and said where they are on the ranking list in France, and they're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a couple of them.
I think there's something to be said about having a Junior World Championships and then having riding off the back a Grand Prix or a Grand Slam, because it does give an opportunity for some of these youngsters to just have a go, because they're here. The costing of bringing an athlete, would he have been selected if this was a standalone event as a Grand Prix against the lineup of Frenchmen in this weight category at senior? Most probably not.
It's a really good point, because given that he's never been selected for a Grand Prix in the past, and he's been around for 4 or 5 years, then you'd have to say that had it not been for the close proximity and dates of the two competitions, he wouldn't be here.
He wouldn't be here, and he's in the final. So it just, I think there's something to be said about this.
Yes, possibly the less said about his outing at the Junior World Championships.
Yes, I know. It wasn't the greatest event, was it? First fight, and he was out
in round one.
On this very mat. Obviously bitterly disappointed, most probably, and but it just shows the spirit of the athlete to be able to come back, brush himself down, and just go, I'm in for a shout here. Absolutely in for a shout.
one, isn't it? You know, what happened in the individuals?
Yes.
Because it was a day later or so that he was in the team event, and in the final he was the only one of his team that won a contest, wasn't he, BOULEMTAFES? I have to look at that, but he beat the Japanese. Arakawa, what do you say?
But when you look at it, he actually came out in this competition, though, on his second match. He had Lima of Canada in the first round. Then he went into the second round where he had Hidaryov, who's Olympic champion, double world champion, and went on to beating him. Couldn't get out the first round in the Junior World Championships, but came out on the second round to beat the Olympic champion.
This has not been a bad outing for BOULEMTAFES. He'll go away thinking, oh, I quite like Lima. He had a nice run out in the teams. He took a medal in the teams, and now he's taking a medal here. Let's just forget that I went there for the juniors, eh?
Well, forget that actually even happened. Well, it didn't. First fight out.
Yes,
it didn't happen
quite
for
right,
him.
Larissa. It didn't happen.
CARGNIN throws in quite an awkward little manoeuvre there.
You're going to pick up a second penalty here.
What a special individual this young man is from France.
That time.
He really is.
Yeah, well,
CARGNIN now picking up his second Judo, got 13
grabbing
seconds and grabbing the leg. It shows the amount of fear factor. Whoa! Well, he got off that very well, but halfway through it looked like he was going to have a real flying lesson. Well, they're going to double check. The hand went down. On the cheek, yes. Look to score there. With 1 second to go, can you absolutely believe that? 1 second. Well, CARGNIN cannot believe his luck. 1 second. BOULEMTAFES absolutely devastated. Well, he had to work for that medal and that title, there was no doubt about that. But obviously everything, all the luck was there for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he could see. Really?
Really?
Well, okay, I'll take it.
I'll take it any day.
Yes, the freeze frame.
When you freeze it, you can see the landing. When it's like that, you can't see it.
Yeah.
You cannot see it there. It doesn't look like a score from that angle, but when you break it down, hand goes down, hip to the ground, onto the side, it was a Yuko.
Yes.
Whether
we don't have to like it.
We don't have to like it.
We just have to say why it is.
We have to say why it is. That's
Exactly.
it. And I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. But
But it is. That's a Yuko.
It's a Yuko.
You know, you've got part of BOULEMTAFES actually doing the work in avoiding giving up a score. But if the scoring part of the body has been designated as the side on the, well, then you've got to